Welcome into Body and Soul, your daily health check on Nights Live. Hi everybody, I'm Daniel Martin. You know what time it is, of course. We are continuing our ongoing series on Chlorella right here on Body and Soul. In the past, we've learned so much about what role it has to play with hypertension, with diabetes even, how this is a naturally occurring whole food, rich in antioxidants and naturally occurring, as I said, as an algae. It really is a super food. Associate Professor Haresh Kumar Kantilal joins me once again. He's from the Faculty of Medicine at Masa University College in KL, Malaysia. Now, this edition of Body and Soul is brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella. For more information, please call 6339-5045. That's 6339-5045. Right now, if you have any questions as well, that is the same number you can call into, okay? We're not going to be able to take your calls live today, but if you have any questions for Professor Haresh, all you have to do is call 6339-5045. Leave your questions there, and we'll get them answered for you vis-a-vis that phone number. Dr. Haresh, welcome back to the program. Today, we're going to be talking about Chlorella and one of the biggest, most worrying changes that we are seeing, which is the role of cancer in modern society. Unfortunately, people are very worried about the big C. We hear of so many people who do have it. Some of the results, statistics say that in the future, next 20 years, 1 in 3 of us will either know somebody who has cancer, we will have cancer, or we will be actually on the way to getting cancer. That's how prominent it will be, some people say. It's on the rise, isn't it?
Exactly. Cancer is actually on the rise now. At the moment, cancer is the second killer in the world after cardiovascular diseases. Okay? But it's believed that according to WHO, in about 10 years' time or so, cancer is going to become the number 1 killer.
My goodness.
In the world. So the numbers are just increasing. The number of people with cancer in most countries in the world, they're just increasing. It's quite scary, actually.
Everybody is very worried about it, obviously, and everything that we do in terms of the food that we eat or the actions that we do, we're trying to prevent it. But some people still think that, if you're meant to get it, you're still going to get it no matter what, unfortunately, because of the genetic predisposition. Is that true to an extent?
According to studies, genetic does play a role, but it's believed that genetic predisposition is actually about 3 to 5% only. Okay, so actually what is more important, people blame genetic predisposition, people blame environment, yes, these play a small role, but what is most important in the occurrences of cancer is actually diet and nutrition. What you put into your body, that is most important.
So if that's the case, then we can do something to prevent cancer. That is the good news. But a lot of people don't know how to. We try and do a little bit of everything, and we change so many things in our lifestyle that sometimes you end up living a very sparse lifestyle. You don't eat this, you don't eat that, you don't do this, you don't do that. So what is the best route towards cancer prevention, in your opinion?
No, actually the best route towards cancer prevention is knowing what you're putting into your mouth. I always tell people, whatever you put into your body, you must know the long-term effects,
Yes.
The long-term consequences is very important, So because you cannot change your genetic makeup, you can't do that, you can't change that, you can't change the environment that you're living in, you can't hide yourself, but you can definitely change your diet. That's one thing that you play an active role in. You can change your diet.
Absolutely. We know that there's some cancers where, there's high incidence, like lung cancer and smoking. The incidence is a very strong situation there. But for other cancers, it's all about what we're putting into our mouth, let's say, in our diet and our lifestyle.
Exactly, like breast cancer and prostate cancer. Now, studies have shown that men and women, who take a lot of fats, a lot of animal fats and animal proteins, have got a higher risk of getting prostate cancer and breast cancer.
I see.
So again, this thing is actually boiling back to nutrition and diet. Actually, it's very important to know what you're putting into your body.
And there's common understanding, people think about carcinogenic foods as well. So barbecued, fried.
Barbecued food, because of nitrosamines. Now, nitrosamines in barbecued food are actually, it's a carcinogen. That's a carcinogen that actually transforms the normal cells, to cancer cells. And this is the process called initiation. After initiation, the cancer cells need some fuel, that is promotion. And after promotion, it becomes very aggressive, and that is called progression.
Right. Dr. Haresh, I've often said on my show that it is not cancer that kills, it is the spread of cancer.
Exactly, because they start to metastasize. It becomes malignant, it starts to spread, and that's what actually kills the person.
So let's talk about the immune system as well. A lot of people have linked cancer prevention with the idea of having a good, strong immune system. And if the stronger the immune system, perhaps we can fight off the promulgation of cancer. Is that true?
Exactly, because once your immune system is strong, okay, and if you have a small population of cancer cells there, so what happens is your immune system, okay, will be able to sense it, number one, and then the immune system will be able to attack those cancer cells, okay, through this, what we have, this TNF, tumor necrosis factors, okay, that kill tumor cells, okay, and then we have these natural killer cells, okay. Now all of this, if you have your immune system is really powerful and really optimum, okay, you'll be able to knock off these cancer cells at the initial stage itself.
At the very beginnings of it.
Exactly, so they cannot continue.
That's what we want to know how to do. We're going to find out more about how to do that just ahead as we continue on Body and Soul. Stay with me, Daniel Martin, as we continue our health series on Chlorella. Right back to Body and Soul on 938 Live, continuing our health series on Chlorella on your daily health check. We just found out quite a bit about why and how cancer is so prominent in our modern society, and what role you can do, what you can take up really to try and fight it off at its very beginnings. We've talked about the immune system and how a good, strong immune system can have an important role to play in cancer prevention. My guest today will help us understand that even better. Dr. Haresh, talk to us then. You say if we have a strong immune system, we can hopefully stop it at the very beginnings of cancer formation. But do most of us really have very weak and very poor immune systems?
Your immune system actually change. It doesn't remain the same throughout your lifetime.
Okay.
Because whenever you are under stress, okay, when your nutrition is not complete, okay, is inadequate, your immune system can decline.
Okay.
Okay. When you have certain diseases, okay, you're under certain medication, your immune system can decline. So your immune system is not necessarily always constantly optimum.
And so because of that, there are periods when we are excessively susceptible perhaps to certain things. So what can we do to boost our immune system, really, to keep it strong?
Now, one way to boost your immune system is to make sure that nutritionally you're balanced, okay, because you must be nutritionally balanced, okay, you must have enough of sleep, okay, your stress level must be under control, there must be exercise. Exercise increases your immune system, remember that, very important. Plenty of exercise, okay, adequate exercise will increase. Now, all of this together will make sure that your immune system is at the optimal stage, and that is one of the basic requirement to, okay, in prevention of cancer.
So I'm curious, what role does Chlorella have to play in terms of boosting your immune system?
Now, Chlorella, or what we also have another part of Chlorella known as the Chlorella growth factor.
CGF.
Now, CGF, okay, they have the ability to increase the production of gamma interferon, okay, tumor necrosis factor, which is known as TNF, and also interleukins in the body.
Yes.
Okay. Now, once a person consumes Chlorella, all of these three, okay, the production will increase. Now, basically, gamma interferon is actually a protein which is produced by the immune cells, okay, and this will activate the natural killer cells, okay, that basically target the cancer cells.
So our body has a natural ability?
Definitely, our body has got the natural ability. Okay, we have these natural killer cells. But what Chlorella does is it increases the gamma interferon, okay, that subsequently activates the natural killer cells to knock off the cancer cells. So that is one way it helps. The second way is it also increases TNF, which is the tumor necrosis factor. Okay, now this will actually kill tumor cells, okay, and inhibit the growth of not only tumor cells but also certain parasites and viruses. Okay, and we know that our immune system, to have a good immune system, the components of immune system must communicate with each other. Now, for this communication purpose, we need interleukins. Okay, now Chlorella increases the production of interleukins. Now, basically, interleukins are messengers among the white blood cells, okay, that helps to fight against tumors and infections. So, consumption of Chlorella again increases the production of interleukins, which improves the communication within the immune system.
Look at that. It's so in sync. Everything kind of helps each other.
Exactly. And another thing about Chlorella is, remember, we have got two types of cells. We have these B cells and T cells.
Okay.
Now, studies have also shown that Chlorella stimulates the activity of T cells, okay, and also the macrophages, okay, and these will actually help, okay, to combat not only infections but also cancer cells. They will knock off the cancer cells basically.
What are macrophages?
Macrophages is actually a white blood cells, okay, which has this job. It goes and engulf infected cells. Engulfs, basically it works like a vacuum cleaner.
It's your soldier cells.
Yes, soldier cells. Okay, they are macrophages. Okay, they're huge cells. Macro means huge cells.
Right.
Basically, they go and engulf cells. Okay, which are either infected with virus or they even cause. Okay, they engulf cancer cells. Natural killer cells will kill cancer cells. Cause the cancer cells to go through apoptosis.
Yes.
Now, apoptosis is what? Self-programmed death, where the cell actually commits suicide.
Correct.
In simple language. Okay, so chlorella will cause apoptosis of the cancer cells. So what happens is the cancer cells will self-destruct. So once the cancer cells self-destruct, there is a lesser chance for it to propagate or multiply.
Absolutely. So a lot of people always wonder then, the increases that you're talking about that chlorella can produce in the body of these aspects, the amount that we consume, is it enough to increase it by the levels that we need to fight off cancer?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So basically what is important is if you practice a healthy lifestyle, that means basically, okay, you do some exercise, okay, you have proper sleep, your stress levels are under control. Okay, a person who consumes the maintenance level of a chlorella, which is about 2 to 4 grams a day, okay, 2 to 4 grams a day, it should be enough. Okay, it should be enough to protect yourselves from these lifestyle diseases.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about really copious amounts, because we hear from some foods like, the amount that we get is really not enough.
No, if you can go to the maintenance dose, which comes to about 2 to 4 grams, okay, which comes to about 20 tablets a day, 10, okay, or you can take 5, it should be enough to protect you.
Okay. My guest on the program today, Associate Professor Haresh Kumar Kantila from the Faculty of Medicine at Mahasa University College in KL, Malaysia, joining me on this ongoing health series on chlorella. This edition of Body and Soul is brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella. For more information, please call 6339 5045. We continue just ahead on Body and Soul.
938 Live. 938 Live. Gets you talking.
Now, when people think of superfood algae, they often think of two things, chlorella and spirulina. Now, both are algae and both are known for their immense health benefits, but abeilledor Chlorella packs more punch in 100 grams of its chlorella, boasting 5 times more chlorophyll than spirulina. There's also no chance of contamination, since chlorella is grown indoors in sealed heterotrophic tanks, while spirulina is grown outdoors and is subject to environmental contamination. You'll also get the extra benefit of chlorella growth factor. It's an RNA-DNA component in chlorella valuable for growth and healing. This is not present in spirulina. Serving for serving, chlorella gives you more fiber, beta-carotene, and lutein, which is known to slow macular degeneration when compared to spirulina. Find out how you can benefit from chlorella as well. Call 6339 5045 for more information. That's 6339 5045. This message is brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella.